My life is all about the arts. I have a degree in Spanish, and so I taught Spanish. And I used the arts as part of that. I used my guitar to teach Spanish. I used theater. I used acting. I used all sorts of things like that. I mean, all of that, all the antics. I mean, I'm the kind of guy who jumped on the table to make sure kids were doing whatever they needed to do to pronounce things properly, you know, playing with that voice and that sort of thing. So it's always been there. But in terms of how children learn, the arts are all about problem solving. Apply that to any part of your life, and you're successful. Relationships don't fade. If you build them properly, if you foster them properly, they don't fade. They grow, they continue to grow. It's now called Inspiration Studios. It used to be called Scoobel and Slattery Funeral Home. But when it came out, and I looked at the building, I walked in, I thought, we had checked a few storefronts and whatnot, and I walked in, I said, oh yeah, this is it. I knew immediately this was it. At the time when I got the place, there were a few theater companies in the area, but not as many as there are now. There are so many, and several have started here. Lots of companies, lots of people want to do theater, and lots of people they have an idea for their own company. So it's cool, it's growing, but there's so many, which is good. I never expected this place to become this popular, and it really is popular. So this is the hub of the arts in West Dallas, which is kind of cool, really cool, really cool. And it's leading to more and more bigger things. So I've got the Martini girls have 2 rooms back here. That's their studios. One is a small tabletop stuff where they can work at tables, and they each have their own table, and they do tabletop art. And then the other room next to it, they've covered it in plastic and covered the floors. So that's the place where they can throw paint and do big projects. This place has encouraged lots of emerging artists. That was one of my goals, emerging artists. I wanted people who don't have an opportunity to exhibit their art in galleries because galleries are sometimes expensive or not welcoming. So emerging artists, emerging theater companies. I was born in Puerto Rico, and I was raised here. I came here as a baby, and there were 9 of us, and then 3 more were born here. It was a rough childhood, one of those poverty-stricken families. We got the food stamps, we got the church baskets at Christmas and Easter, that sort of thing. The one place I felt safe and comfortable was at school, always. It was the one place. And so it became my refuge, the place I always wanted to be. That's what my life became. As a teacher, I knew that my life was to help high school students to live a better life and to become anything that they could become, and to dream and to foster those dreams and that sort of thing. And sorry. That's what happens when I talk about this. It was an amazing career. I mean, I think it was great with kids. I think I was a good teacher. I think I was made my mistakes, of course, like anybody else did, but I loved teaching. And I know that my kids loved having me as their teacher. Many of them still do, and contact me all the time. There was one who came to the gallery here a couple of weeks, about a month ago, because he hadn't seen me since he graduated from high school. And one of his, he'd been wanting to see me since then to thank me for saving his life. I cry at the drop of a hat. That's why I'm good on stage. You put me in a production where I've got to cry, where I've got to be emotional, whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't stuff. I tell people, bring tissue. Bring tissue.
That's wonderful. It's a Japanese paper.
In terms of visual art, that's the one area that I never explored until I retired. I was a drama director at the school where I was a teacher. I was choir director at my church. I had a dance troupe that I was the director of. I went and bought a guitar and learned to play guitar just so I could direct the Spanish choir. You see that? That was my latest piece that I've created. It was part of an exhibit that was here by the Rogues Artist Group. It was an exhibit of 20 artists, and the title of the exhibit was Being Transparent. And at the time, something was, I'm a very emotional guy, as you know that by now. And something was going on where I was struggling with the weather and with life and relationships or friendships, that sort of thing. There's just some sad stuff going on. I struggle sometimes with artists who come to me saying, well, but are people going to buy it? Are people going to buy it? You don't make art to sell it. I mean, you don't. You make it You make it so it's an expression of you. It's an expression of who you are. I mean, that's what it should be. Somebody is interested in it. They're going to connect to it, and they're going to want it. They're going to want to buy it if they connect to it. But that shouldn't be your goal, is to make art that people are going to buy. This is my legacy. This is what I want to leave behind. And so that's what keeps me going. The energy is there because that's kind of the ultimate goal, I think, is just to make sure that this doesn't die. This doesn't just end. It's like, yeah, as things grow, that inspires me to have more things happen. It fosters more. The more people learn about this place, the more they want to use it, which is really cool. It becomes home to a lot of people. They love coming here.